Alright, shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yashai, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, salutes and honors to the late brothers in his truth that are enduring in sincerity. I got another lesson here today, dealing with this so-called false flag that went on in Dallas with the active shooter that killed the police after the two Jakes got killed by the police the previous day, which, I believe it's a false flag attack. It's setting up that agenda what they got, the race war, which is in the scriptures, to get the martial law, which is in the scriptures, all this order out of chaos, so to speak. So I got a article here. It's from livescience.com, and it's from July 8, 2016. It says, bomb robot kills Dallas shooter, how police did it. And it goes on to how the police used pretty much a drone to stop the shooter, which is setting a precedent in its own self that, now they can use drones to kill American citizens with no trial or nothing. So it says Dallas shooting, during which 5 police officers were killed and 7 officers were injured, died after police deployed a remote controlled bomb disposal robot carrying an explosive device. So they didn't shoot him, they blew him up. They can blow you up now. Dallas Police Chief David Brown explained during a press conference that the police sent the robot in after negotiations with the suspect broke down and he exchanged gunfire with the officers. We saw no other option but to use our bomb robot in place a device on this extension for it to detonate where the suspect was, adding that police confirmed shortly after the explosion that the suspect had died. So, I mean, you couldn't outflank him. You couldn't, I know he a sniper, but you couldn't get a good position on him to take him out from there with a gun or to injure him. No, you killed niggas, then he killed police, then you killed him. So it's a tit for tat. If you really wanted to make a point or prove a point, you would have took that man alive and made him go through the so-called justice system. It says the police considered other options for subduing the suspect, but Brown said, but those would have required placing officers in grave danger. It says robots that are capable of handling or disarming explosives have become more a common sight in police departments in recent years due to a Defense Department initiative known as the 1033 program, which redistributes surplus military equipment. Approximately 200 law enforcement agencies, federal, state, and local, across the U.S. have at least one so-called bomb robot provided by the 1033 program, according to the 2015 report by the Center for Study of Drone at Bard College. And this basically militarizing the police. They had a protest out here in Omaha today. They ain't have it in the hood though. Black Lives Matter, but you don't have Black Lives Matter protests in the hood. You have it way out west with the crackers. How that makes sense? But you niggas is simple anyways. But basically, they had the little protests or whatnot, and the cops were in full riot gear. So nobody's exempt to this. Whether you're in New York, whether you're in Nebraska, you're in Louisiana, California, you could be in Montana. They gonna have them work that riot gear. Why? Because martial law is coming. And like I said, man, this is all through the scriptures. They're pumping the race war. They're pumping the martial law. Shit, Obama might just, cancel Christmas and say the election's over and just, declare martial law and become a dictator. But, we're going to get to these scriptures. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14. And it shall be as a chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. Now that Chase Road and that sheep, that's talking about the confusion. That's talking about how people are going to be running from here to there, like a sheep or excuse me, like a roe or a deer, just running and jumping along. Everything's going to be like the Joker said. Everybody goes crazy. That's how it's going to be out here. Especially with the way things are going now, with how niggas is feeling now, how the 2/3 are feeling, how Jake in itself is feeling. They ready for retribution. They ready. They heating up the race war. You're not gonna just keep killing black people and think that nobody's gonna do nothing. And what's gonna be the outcome? Jake gonna get mad, and Jake gonna raise up and riot. Esau gonna come in like a flood. You know what I'm saying? Lock down martial law. But at the same time, this is going on here in the home front. At the same time, you still got to deal with Russia. You still got to deal with China. You still got to deal with Iran. All these other places coming at you too, man. America can't handle this. This is all in the scriptures. That's why it says none shall want her mate. Because this is serious. This is bigger than just, a nigga getting killed selling CDs. Or, somebody getting shot, riding with the kid in the back seat. Yeah, I mean, you don't want that to happen, but at the end of the day, did anybody perish being righteous? No. Was the righteous, or Slakia? Who, was the righteous ever forsaken? Or who died being innocent? Nobody. So at the end of the day, it was judgment. But, like the scripture says, if we can get back to them, it says, they shall every man turn to his own people, and they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. That's right, man. That's a race right. That's a race right. That's a divide. It's gonna be a spiritual divide in these streets, and it's becoming more and more prevalent. Okay, as this devil shows his horn more and more, you're gonna keep seeing more and more of this. And like I said, verse 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So you niggas, you can be with them if you want to. You can be with all your white buddy, your East Indian pal, you ain't gonna be nothing but a casualty. This thing is serious. If you ain't riding with the Most High, how about Shimmy Ashai, nigga? You fucked. This is all you got. This is all we got. This is serious. We take this serious. That's why we on the corners every week, trying to wake your dumb ass up. But it's all done by the will of the Most High. But at the end of the day, we gotta cover our backs. We gotta, seek our own salvation. We gotta get the blood off our hands. This is Genesis. Fuck it. Genesis chapter 49, verse 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rise him up? That's right. We were taken down. But as a young lion, who shall rise him up? That's Jake right now. We're being roused up. The so-called Negroes are being roused up. They're leading the charge. It's Black Lives Matter. That's the so-called Negroes in this country, who are the tribe of Judah according to the Bible. That spirit is out there is rousing them up. People are angry. You can't just keep killing us. That's what they're saying. And then, you get stuff like this, which is a false flag. You know, the guys probably paid off. They probably really didn't even blow him up, but they had to make it look like that. You know, but it's gonna inspire other Jakes to want to do some shit like that. You know, not the prophets, because we, like Elder Tahar said, we're spiritual men. We gotta wait on Yahweh Shemi Shai, but don't let that fool you. Because when it's that time when that green light comes and Yahweh Shemi Shai do give us that pass, it's curtains. But not until then. And like I said, at that time, you know, if you ain't got Yahweh Shemi Shai on your squad, then, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel sorry for you. You had your turn. You had your chance. It's like this is the agenda that they pushing, man. And when Jake start rousing up like that young lion, that's when Esau gonna make his move, and he's gonna enact that martial law. And this is why this scripture is gonna come into play, which is Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, which is martial law. Stormtroopers, those troops, you know, with the full riot gear, Humvees on every quarter, you know, plane helicopters and, you know, all kind of black water and all different kinds of military drones and everything, all that. Once that all fully manifests, that's that enemy coming in like a flood. It says a flood because a flood is an overwhelming force. You can't stop a flood. You get in the way of a flood, you about to get washed away with it. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to wash us away. So when they come in like a flood, it says the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. And what's that standard? That's the prophets getting the powers. That's the 144,000, the righteous men who fought, who taught for this word, to stay righteous, to do their best to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, to teach this word, to wake up our nation, the people who actually gave a damn about our nation in the right sense, on what the right way to get out of this situation was, not to go to Black Lives Matter, but to go to the Bible and to get your solution, and to wait on the Most High and His Son. That's who's going to lift up that standard. That's who's going to get the opportunity to begin to take this cracker down. But even the prophets, we're not even going to be able to take it down ourselves. The Most High has had to bring, of course, Yahweh Shai into play in the chariots to help take this place down, and ultimately the missiles. Because like I said earlier, you still got to deal with Russia, you still got to deal with China, you still got to deal with Iran and France and Great Britain and India and Pakistan and all these other places that got missiles that are ready to shoot them. Because like I say in Jeremiah, all of them that bend the bow, shoot at them. You know, spare no arrow. And there's no arrow, which is an ICBM missile, that's going to miss its mark. They're all going to hit, and they're going to rain on this place. It says Yahweh Shemi Shai. And, you know, call halal Yahweh Shemi Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect brothers in His truth who are enduring in sincerity. Shalom.